Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Caitanya-śikṣāmṛta class given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on September 29th, 2024 in Sri Māyāpur, India.
Pangong Langayate Girim Shri Guru Dīnadārina Shri Caitanya-śikṣāmṛta Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, today we will continue reading from Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Caitanya-śikṣāmṛta, Piety by Nature and by Relation. We will also consider brief statements of all respective virtues and vices. It's very difficult to classify them scientifically. Some sages have divided sin and piety into physical, mental, social, and spiritual forms. Some have divided them into physical, verbal, mental. Some has equipped them bodily by senses and mental. As a result, we have seen that all these divisions are not perfect. If we divide all virtues into two categories, namely piety by nature, Swarupagata Punya, and piety by relationship, Sambandhagata Punya, justice, kindness, truth, purity, friendship, simplicity, and love are piety by nature, Swarupagata Punya. These are therefore called piety by nature, Swarupagata Punya, virtues, because all those virtues take shelter of the Swarupa of the living entity and remain in the form of its ornament for all time.
So, vice and virtue, pop and punya
So vice and virtue, papa and punya,
are could be like some activity or like one's nature.
could be by some activity or by one's nature.
And just piety is not enough to take you to the spiritual world.
This piety is not enough. Just piety is not enough to take you to the spiritual world.
Piety may take one to the heavenly planets.
Piety may take one to the heavenly planets.
If piety is connected with Krishna, and then it's spiritual.
If the piety is connected with Krishna, then it is spiritual.
And one can go back to the spiritual world.
Then one goes back to the spiritual world.
In my work,
Yes, Guru.
we found that one of the mics had an internal short circuit.
So they found that one of the mics had internal short circuit.
And now they said that the mics were better.
So now they say that the mics work better. In the conditioned state, it has only obtained the name punya by becoming gross to some extent. In all the virtues are by relationship, since they are produced by material relation of the living entity. they are not needed in the perfect state. Sin is never the nature of the living entity. It takes shelter of the living entity in the conditional state. All those sins that are against the piety by nature, Swarupagata Punya Virodhi, are called sins against nature. Swarupa Virodhi Papa.
Some people get influenced by forbidden activities,
So some people get influenced by forbidden activities,
and as such, they engage in sinful activity.
and as such, they engage in sinful activity.
It's not our nature, but by the influence of Kali, they get into sinful activity.
It's not our nature, but by the influence of Kali, we get into sinful nature. Hatred, injustice, lying, delusion, harshness, cruelty, debauchiness are some of the sins against nature, and all sins are anti-virtue in relation to living entity, because we will judge very briefly the merits and demerits of sin and piety. We do not show their division in by nature and relationship. I only numbered them and wrote a little consideration. The hint that has been given, the reader with a little effort will easily make the appropriate division.
So, Lord Chaitanya has such a mercy to turn even the simple people into devotees.
So Lord Chaitanya has given this special mercy that even turn a sinful person into a devotee.
But if one has pious qualities, that's easier.
But if one has pious qualities, then it's easier.
But like Caitanya, they have many sinful activities.
Like Jagai and Madai, they had many sinful activities.
By the mercy of Lord Nityananda, they got to do
By the mercy of Lord Nityananda, they got delivered. The main chief pious activities, Punya Karma, are of 10 types, namely welfare activity for others, service to elders, charity, hospitality, purity, festival, vow, animal husbandry, population increase, and proper behavior.
So having children in the Govardhan Samsara, that's pious activity.
So having children through Garbhadan Samskara, that's pious activity.
Acting properly
One of the
pious activities.
is one of the pious activities.
Distributing with sorrow, what is
Charity.
overwork for others.
So distribute prasadam or whatever welfare works for others.
So rather than just material, devotees do spiritual welfare.
Rather than doing material, devotees do spiritual welfare. 2 types of welfare activity for others: prevent suffering of others, improvement of others. Okay, second is improvement of others. Should try his best to benefit everyone without considering one's relatives or others. Just as main kinds of sufferings in the world happen to oneself, similarly all the suffering happens to others also. When one is suffering, one feels that others should take care to relieve one's suffering. Therefore, one should take care to relieve others' suffering just like oneself. Although selfishness interferes in this action, yet it is necessary to stop it as far as possible and be careful to prevent others' suffering. One should take care to relieve all kinds of physical, mental, social, and spiritual suffering of others.
Stop on one face. I'd like to help this person get over something.
So, if one thinks, I want to help this person to get rid of the suffering,
That's a type of welfare work for others.
that is a type of welfare work for others.
Now the devotees try to help other people.
And the devotees, they try to help other people.
So, not because they're the relative or something, but that's in the mode of passion.
Not because of a relative or something, that's in the mode of passion,
But just doing it because you want to help others.
they're just doing it because you want to help others.
So, it's very interesting.
So this is very interesting.
Most people, they don't care about others' suffering.
Most people, they don't care about others' suffering.
The sellers thought that they think everyone should help you with, but not that you help anyone else.
They are selfish, they think that others should help me, but they don't think about helping others.
Now, the devotees, they naturally help others.
But the devotees, they naturally help others.
Just like in one of the tests, my mom wanted to
Just like in the month of May, June,
test is recommended that one should give water
it's recommended that one should give water
because it's very hot
because it's very hot
and people might be thirsty.
and people may be thirsty.
So they give hot water.
So they give out water.
Shastra always advises us how you can do well for others.
So the Shastra always advises us how we can do welfare for others. Shall we go further?
Learn.
Yeah. Bodily suffering are pain, hunger, etc. Mental suffering are anxiety, violence, grief, and fear. Social sufferings are inability to maintain family, not being able to provide for sons and daughters' education and marriage, lack of money, and person to do cremation for the deceased. Spiritual suffering are doubt, atheism, sinful desire. Just as care should be taken to prevent the suffering of others, so care should be taken to development of others. As much as possible, it is the duty to improve others physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually by means of money, body, by advice, and help, and by the help of other relatives.
This is very interesting.
So this is very interesting.
Body, mentally, social, and spiritual something are explained here.
So bodily, mental, social, and spiritual sufferings are explained here.
And so, we want to help people to avoid or end bodily, mental, social, and spiritual
Suffering.
suffering.
So we want to help people to end or to avoid bodily, mental, social, and spiritual suffering. Shall we go further? Shall we go further? 3 types of service to elders, Guru Seva. Service to elders, Guru Seva, is of 3 types, namely maintenance and service of mother and father, maintenance and service of advisors, respect and service to all elders. Obeying the orders of parents and serving them to the best of our ability is the main duty of everyone. It goes without saying that if one is able to serve those who have in all endeavor protected and nurtured us in childhood while we were destitute and disabled, then one should always do so. One should maintain and serve those who impart knowledge, good advice from the time of childhood. Those who impart transcendental subject matter, mantra, knowledge are more honorable and serviceable than all the advisors.
So whether you should consider a guru as an elder or advisor, and they help you, owe them something.
So whether you consider a guru, your elders, or your advisors, if they help you, you owe them something.
Some people, their old relatives, some old people home.
I didn't get that.
Like in the West, they put
The elders in old folks' home.
over.
Yeah. So some people in West, they put the elders in the old folks' home.
In India, it's quite common to keep the elder in the house.
In India, it's quite common to keep the elders in the house.
I don't know. So, we have a duty that they care for us, a helpless child.
So we have a duty. They cared for us when we were a helpless child.
So when they're old and somewhat invalid, we want to serve them.
So when they are old and somewhat invalid, we want to serve them.
This is a natural reciprocation.
So this is the natural reciprocation.
But once Jack sign over North Pacific.
So once there was a jet which was flying over the North Pacific,
And jet had it crashed
Jet.
accident.
So the jet, it crashed. It had an accident.
So then a parent said, I sent my son to America to go to college, and then he would take care of me all day.
So then the parents said, I sent my son to America so that he'll go to college, and during old age he would take care of me.
But he died in a plane crash.
But he died in a plane crash.
So who maintained him?
So who would maintain us?
So some people are very, materialistic.
Some people are very materialistic,
And they see their children as they expect this kind of help.
so they expect this kind of help.
Actually, that's why this is a highest activity, because we don't know that children will really reciprocate.
So that's why it's mentioned as a pious activity, because what was the last one?
We don't know
We don't know.
if the children will reciprocate.
We don't know whether it is.
Children will reciprocate.
Children would reciprocate. Sorry, Shubharaj.
Can I make it?
Is the font size alright for you?
1 second.
Let's make it a little bigger.
No,
This is from Srimad Bhagavata. Quote from the 7th canto. By making plans with determination, one should give up lusty desires for sense gratification. Similarly, by giving up envy, one should conquer anger by discussing the disadvantages of accumulating wealth. One should give up greed. And by discussing the truth, one should give up fear. By discussing spiritual knowledge, one can conquer lamentation and illusion. By serving a great devotee, one can become prideless. By keeping silent, one can avoid obstacles on the path of mystic yoga. And simply by stopping sense gratification, one can conquer envy. By good behavior and freedom from envy, one should counteract sufferings due to other living entities. By meditation in trance, one should counteract sufferings due to providence, and by practicing Hatha Yoga, Pranayama, and so forth, one should counteract sufferings due to the body and mind. Similarly, by developing the mode of goodness, especially in regard to eating, one should conquer sleep. One must conquer the modes of passion and ignorance by developing the mode of goodness, and then one must become detached from the mode of goodness by promoting oneself to the platform of Shuddha Sattva. Jai Ho. All this can be automatically done if one engages in the service of the spiritual master with faith and devotion. In this way, one can conquer the influence of the modes of nature. The spiritual master should be considered directly the Supreme Lord, because he gives transcendental knowledge for enlightenment. Consequently, for one who maintains the material conception that the spiritual master is an ordinary human being, everything is frustrated. His enlightenment and his Vedic studies and knowledge are like bathing of an elephant.
I've seen how elephant bathes.
Have you seen how elephant bathe?
He goes in the water, he washes himself,
He goes in the water, he washes himself,
comes out,
he comes out,
he picks up the dust,
picks up the dust, and throw it over her.
So, bathing an elephant, what is the use?
So bathing of an elephant, what's the use?
It bathes and then throws dirt over his body.
He bathes and throws dirt over his body. As professional activities or business, profits cannot help one in spiritual advancement, but are a source of material entanglement. The Vedic ritualistic ceremonies cannot help anyone who is not a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam 7:15-29.
How anyone's on the hall, other people listen online or just
Is there anything online?
Means?
Zoom.
Because we need internet is fluctuating. Guru Maharaj, internet is fluctuating.
Srivatsa Prabhu is saying that the internet is fluctuating.
So Zoom we need more stronger internet.
So for Zoom, we need better connection. For Zoom, we need better connection. Just for the online transmission, it's just good enough for that. More than that, it becomes unstable. It fluctuates.
I asked yesterday internet guy, he said now presently situation is like that in whole West Bengal.
So he spoke to the internet service provider. He said this is the situation right now in West Bengal.
They're expecting to be settled soon.
Soon it is expected to be settled.
So, a lot of people sign on to the internet websites and they get lost life.
That's life. What to do? What to do? So Guru
You're
Maharaj.
running a love letter to someone.
No, thank God. Guru Maharaj, I didn't say that.
What is that?
Because he's just writing something.
Oh, Guru Maharaj. Okay.
Guru Maharaj, you say that there's somebody is waiting there.
No, they are your left side. One devotee going to give you some donation.
So they want to give
and blessings.
Yeah, they want your blessings.
Question is
God bless it.
What's that, Guru Maharaj?
God bless it.
They want blessings, yeah.
God bless it.
Who wants blessing?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Krishna, Vandana.
Krishna Vakirastu.
Hori.
Koti.
Blessings.
Ashirvad.
Ashirvad.
Yes.
Krishna Vakirastu.
So this is blessing.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. And don't forget to like and share our channel.